Hi, just to let you know that this is IVT Korea. You can watch it in the IVT Korea official channel. Just to let you guys know as well. I also have a secondary channel that will be linked in the description for mainly VODs of touring videos. And of course, the face cam will be on from game second half onwards for this video. We're gonna play IVT in segments of games because there has been a lot of really good interesting picks from Korea server. So that's gonna be intro. Enjoy. Let's see here. We're going to be able to see VT versus GBB if I'm not wrong. It will be Luigi as H5. Luigi as psychologist at Shack. Mercenary 275 in middle. Cover here as the prisoner in 2-story, and of course Huni or Humi as the coordinator right in front of where Opera has spawned. Moto, who will be spawning at Christmas Tree Gate. This will be VF versus H5 or IVT Korea. I'll be covering all games since there's not too much, but of course we will be moving on directly towards IJL quarterfinals very soon as well. But with the spawn location we see, it will be more or less very situational dependent because of several reasons. First being the fact that if you chase after either Psycho or Cordy, it might be a little bit hard for Opera actually to get them down fast. And of course with a prisoner at 2-story, even if you do want to chase after him, it might be a little bit hard. But anyways, aside from that, we would be able to move on towards the game. Once again, this will be VF versus H5. Our Hunter from H5 will be coming out first. And of course, the perma bans here seems... No, well, not perma bans. The first two bans seems like it was Toy Merchant and Seer, followed up by the Seer and Gardener. A lot of people ban Seer in IVL or IJL, but I guess in other servers, it is a tiny bit more different in that regards. Then this will be the first matchup of IVT Korea quarterfinals. Usually you stay quiet in this segment, but I whatever. They get a bit long, aren't we? Think? Yeah. But Leo's memories, by the way, Leo's memories. In towards the game we go. Okay, first chase is going to be... First race being Psychologist here on the outer side of Shack isn't too bad, but I do think for Opera Singer here, she could leave a lot of shadows behind if Psychologist decides to double back, but it seems like she didn't decide to do that anymore as we did get stuck there just a little bit. The personas will be Trump Card Detention, with Max Palette Breaking alongside with Announcement for Endgame and alongside Panic. We do see Psycho on the other side. That's a good palette stun, but even with that palette stun there, as long as Opera just breaks it normally, I see the catch up here will be pretty fast. Psycho... For Psychologist in that situation, I feel like it might be better for you to drop down a palette and rotate out, because with Opera Singer in such a short palette area like this, alongside with lots of Remnant being left nearby, this first hit might not be necessarily needed to actually be taken. What a really interesting way that I phrased this. But of course, Psychologist taking the Windows speed boost right there. We don't have much left to use. That's going to be a second hit immediately as Blink is not ready just yet. Now, the good thing about Psychologist is, once again, stress. So you can't hit her within the next 10 seconds. So like from the survivor's point of view here, they definitely could get a Cypher Rush done pretty much just on time. And I feel like for Opera Singer right here, we did get a palette stun. Okay, we probably don't need to use the Blink, but Psycho not going back towards the window and vaulting over it to utilize that palette nearby is a little bit of an interesting I would say it's a bit interesting, but then again, at the same time, you might be saying, hey, she just wants it down a little bit further away from the chair, which I will say, yeah, sure, fair enough. But then, like, trying to play around that one palette area where there is multiple, dashes to be, well, where there's multiple Shadow Realms to be utilized. Not the best case scenario, really. Now, the stream is lagging a little bit. I'm assuming, yeah, the stream is lagging a little bit. That's a bit of a move moment. Quality is absolutely garbage. I hope this doesn't render too badly on my screen. Maybe I'll just move on towards... that's gonna be a hit, okay. Maybe I'll move on towards Japan's league before doing Korea and see how they render it afterwards. Stream quality is horrid right now. Gonna be able to get a double hit on towards Mercenary right here. Very nicely done. 3 Cypher Machines done. Meanwhile, Psycho's on the other side. As long as Psycho can go upstairs, it wouldn't be too bad here. But since we're on max presence, that might be a little bit harder. Psychologist would be getting hit here immediately. And there is a basement nearby if Moto wants a chair inside basement. But even in this case scenario right now, the most important thing for you to do is to have coordinator coming in to give as much, to waste the hunter's time as much as possible. Prisoner can definitely decode 2 cipher machines at once. Yes, it does seem like it's a little bit of an, how do I say, a loss here for Prisoner, instead of just decoding 1 cipher machine by himself. But this is especially needed when it comes to the fact that, okay, there's someone down on the ground outside who is the mercenary who got double hitted, in which you probably should have used more elbow pads to get out of that situation, but it is what it is right now. The biggest question here in mind is, can we find where tinnitus is coming from? Mercenary did get up, yes, but the psychologist would be eliminated here immediately. Opera just has to leave. But then, like, she has to take a 50-50 scenario here into thinking where the prisoner would be. Prisoner cipher machine there at 70%, but it seems like he decided to leave his cipher machine here, as well as Opera already on her way towards Mercenary this time, it seems. Mercenary without borrowed time, which, well, not borrowed time, but like Mercenary without exit pad anymore. That's going to be the second elbow pad used. Meanwhile, Coordinator is currently on her own cipher machine as well at Shack, but that cipher at Shack might not be... It depends on how long Mercenary here can actually contain. Mercenary, did we get Terror Shock? We didn't. Thankfully, we got the Vault over, but it seems like Remnants will be able to come back here immediately. Meanwhile, Mercenary utilizing his last elbow pads, but sadly, he didn't utilize it correctly, as it was a faulty elbow pad. I've seen the cipher machine decoding progress now. So Cordy cipher machine at 80%. Meanwhile, Prisoners at 94%. We're going to be able to get a teleportation out right here. Meanwhile, we're going to destroy the connection with the Mercenary down on the ground, of course, with no items remaining. We're going to change targets here immediately, trying to look for maybe Coordinator. Yes, we are going to look for Coordinator, but Cordy already rotating far away. What will be best here for the survivors to do is to actually link up the cipher machines and then decode Shack while you're linked up as the prisoner. But it seems like the last 3 cipher machines are very close towards each other right now, which might not be that much of a best scenario here for the survivors. Moto here trying to find as much as he can, but the trump card change already towards teleportation right now. What we need to figure out is how can we actually find another survivor. We do see where prisoner is, but can prisoner go down here fast enough? That is going to be very hard to see, but at least he does not have borrowed time. That's going to be the electrocution. We decided not to shadow dance, but of course the flywheel, beautifully done by Cover. Is it Cover or Cover? I don't know. It sounds a bit weird to call him Cover. Cover sounds more like a name. But aside from that, with the Mercenary here full heal as well, Mercy needs to go find an item. Coordinator still having Garden is really good. Who is the one decoding? Okay, Cordy's the one decoding. I'm hoping that Mercenary is looking for an item right now. And if Prisoner made what again? Made a connection already on towards that cipher, so that's good. Now what we're seeing is we're going to change targets here immediately, but the cipher machine 87% is something that we have to be very careful about. Also alongside with Dash 2, Prisoner can't really decode until we're sure that Opera is being chased by Cordy, and it seems like she will be chased by Cordy right now. We're going to Shadow Dance back. Cover running straight towards Shack cipher machine as the stream is still pretty laggy here. We are going to be able to see Huni nearby, but Humi? Is that Humi or Huni? Sorry, it's really hard for me to see. That's an M, alright. Humi. Okay, Humi. Cordy. Okay, it's a bit laggy for me to really. Okay. Maybe I'll let the stream do its job and then go commentate IJL first, eh? But aside from that, that's going to be the hit on towards Coordinator. Cipher machine is prime. We can just pop it open here immediately. Meanwhile, we do have the prisoner at the exit gate. Now, the only bad situation, well, if Moro wants to, he can immediately teleport towards the other exit gate, but we just have to be very careful with Cordy's gun here if he cancels us out. But even aside from that, that's going to be gun utilized there immediately, but sadly there is no dungeon nearby. Model here without any heart rate monitor, well, he probably will be very scared right now, but thankfully there is no dungeon near this area, as VF Survivor will be able to get a tie game here against Opera Singer. Well, against H5 is Opera Singer. But it seems like for now we didn't get hit just yet. We do have Shadow Dance backwards. We do have teleportation here as well. But maybe breaking the pallet would have been a little bit of a better choice. 6 minutes and 52 seconds into this game and still ongoing. We didn't get... Okay, the stream is so laggy. Okay, Terror Shock down. And let's congratulate the tie. I'm going to pause this here. And let's directly move on towards game 1, second half of VF versus H5. We're going to be able to see Fu, Joki, Gaon, and Koyoko here against Tiyun. So it's going to be Opera Singer on the first game of VF is Hunter. Our bands here seems like it's going to be Cordy and Akira first 2 band, followed by the Seer and the Psycho. Okay, I guess that's why we decided to choose our composer if that's the case, because we wanted to debate out that it was Maybe. But aside from that, okay, look, I'm just gonna show everyone. The stream quality is really bad. I bought YouTube Premium. There's nothing I can do about it. You won't see ads, but it's just in this case scenario. But aside from that, we're going to be able to see the cheerleader here as the first containment character. We're going to be able to shadow dance back with cheerleader already behind the pallet here. A little bit unfortunate for our opera, but that's okay. We're going to be able to register to hit there anyway, as we did immediately item reset for our pom-pom. But right now, cheerleader, who's standing between the areas right now, not knowing where opera singer is. We're going to be able to find where opera singer is, all right. But for cheerleader right now, the stream is, honest be to God, so bad that I'm going to start crying. We're going to be able to break the pallet here alongside with a 4-second debuff here. Opera singer definitely will be able to catch up really fast. Cheerleader, sadly, we're going to be able to register hit, and the music box in middle will now be fully nullified, as it will become fully useless right after opera has stepped on it. Aside from that, Jokey here being nearby as the female dancer too. It will be pretty painful for a female dancer to see her music boxes getting destroyed, so I guess opera will be a little bit merciful in this case scenario, and then just go after female dancer instead. No, we're not. We're gonna be able to see Mercenary. Okay, Mercenary on his way in right now. As the stream quality is really laggy. We're going to be able to get the rescue right here. And for Opera here too, it is going to be more or less of a situation where... Okay, I just want to talk about this, right? If you're going to be doing the stream in CN, how is it that it's worse than any used one being so choppy and Korea is relatively close to CN? I don't know how this works. I genuinely don't know how this works. But we're going to be able to get the pickup here immediately and the drop down very soon here as well. From our point of view too, Koyoko being nearby. Okay, Koyoko is okay, that's Composer. Sorry, nice pallets done by the way, Koyoko. But aside from that, we're not going to be able to get much from this as well. We do see Gao wanting to come into rescue again, but with the Mercenary half health here, he's not going to be able to make it on time. But even if he makes it, the only issue would be the fact that he's currently at half health. We know where Composer is, so I guess we could just leave right after we're fully sure that Cheerleader cannot be rescued anymore, in case Mercenary elbow pads in somehow, which is kind of a scary part of having a Mercenary on the enemy team for your Opera gameplays. But aside from that, Composer currently on the run. The way for Composer to actually counter, well, the good news is Opera isn't max presence just yet, but the bad news is she's one hit till max presence. So like with Composer's tuning right now not in effect and in cooldown, that's going to be a hit registered, but thankfully there are slow music boxes nearby. But I feel like for TU right now, what most likely would be the best case scenario is to get everyone to half health and then start damage controlling. But since there are still 3 full cipher machines remaining, I guess that's fine for TU. But then once again, all what Composer needs to do is to go straight towards the slow music box area, and the game should still be his in a sense. We're going to be able to get up towards the staircases right here, as catching up might be a little bit of a oofus situation to get ahead right over the window. Well, I guess that's Opera at the end of the day. And with the dashes here, okay, the good question is, are they currently playing... Okay, yeah, the Operas are dashing fast. They're currently playing on the old patch, because Opera dashes should be slower if it's on the new patch, especially with max presence. So at least we know that they're playing on old patch. Which is fine. But aside from that, we are currently looking around, and it does seem like... what was last game? Last game was a tie. This game definitely could be a tie too, but we're missing one full cipher machine. Oh no, this game, it's going to be really hard for a tie game actually. For team right now, as long as he comes to the chair, everything should be fine, because there's one that has to come to rescue, and even if he rescues, it's going to be a double down situation, and another one that is on chair. Right, so there's only one decoding right now. It's gonna be a bit hard here for H5 survivors to actually get anything more. Tio has a lot to use for himself. Or herself, whoever their self. I don't care anymore. Mark. Rescue. You need to rescue. You actually need to rescue. This is a bit too tight. Hey, nice hit. Nice tanking. Nice tank. But max presence, by the way. Can we? No, we can't. Oh, slow music box and Composer is insane. Oh, okay, never mind. Forget about what I said. No, poor lad. If it wasn't for Blake, the tuning, that was absolutely brilliant. But we are still going to be able to see 2 survivors. Endgame, Hopefully, unless we decide to chair Merc. Okay, we don't. Merc can finish off this 82% cipher machine, then maybe. Hopefully, hope so, please. We do have one more music box remaining for Joki. Joki. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. It could be Joki, could be Jockey, it could be like Juki. Fuck me. Aside from that, we aren't going to be able to see Gaon here running straight towards the cipher machine since he did use up selfie as well. But Team realizing this too, and also with the last three cipher machine being very close towards each other, that's kind of a plus side on that as well. Go Gaon, getting his way. Like for Gaon, it could be Goon, it could be Gaon, it could be Goon. No, sorry, I'm saying the same thing. It could be Goon. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Don't come at me for my pronunciations, please. I know a lot of people come at me for my pronunciations. I'm not being able to pronounce T. Mate. I just can't. Like, I studied Irish for 6 years. I spoke Irish for 6 years. And then I'm doing English. And then I'm doing Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. And then now I'm learning French. My Irish has depleted, but like, I fumble on my words. I know I do. Look, I know I do fumble on my words when I talk fast sometimes. But hey, what a beautiful pallet stunt there, done by the mercenary. But Mercer, without any items remaining on his hands, might be a slight bit of an issue. Might be slight bit of an issue. And right now in this case scenario, I think it really is just about, can we go look for a chest, look for a needle, and start decoding or start healing? I think that is going to be our main question. If we can get a doll, that'll be brilliant as well. But like from Mercenary's point of view right here, he will get spotted immediately right after vaulting over the pallet. But with teleportation on team here too, what you possibly could do is to go after female dancer. Oh no, Gaon got hit right there. At least it wasn't a terror shot, but female dancer will be spotted out here immediately with 2% only decoded on towards that cipher machine. And now, good night. Well, not yet. Here's a small trick for you. It's down my sleeve and it's going to be a pallet right over the hit. I don't know what that was, not English. That's going to be right over the pallet hit. And let's congratulate the Formula Nation for VF moving straight down towards game 2.